Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, April 13th. Thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News. The Socialist Movement for Integration presented its proposals for some changes to the law on concessions. The chairman of the SMI group presented the initiative at the Parliamentary Commission of Productive Activity. The SMI proposes the parliamentary adoption of all concession agreements over the next 4 years, asking for the inclusion of the Ministry of Finance and the state lawyer in the process of drafting the contracts. The Socialist Movement for Integration also proposes a 35-year deadline for concessions, even though the initiative is being presented by the second party of the ruling coalition. The Socialist MPs rejected the bill. The head of the Commission of Productive Activity declared that a strengthened role of the Minister of Finance would not solve anything. Meanwhile, a Socialist Party MP raised the concern regarding the absence of a special article prohibiting ghost companies from bidding for contracts. In their recent statements, the International Monetary Fund and World Bank have asked for more transparency regarding concessions and for feasibility studies. The initiative of the Socialist Movement for Integration aims to enhance transparency. The chairman of the Socialist Movement for Integration received an answer from the Minister of Finance after sending 2 letters to both him and the Minister of Finance regarding problems in the agriculture sector. The minister clarified that the problems with the Macedonian custom point for Albanian products are because of illegal obstructions in relation to Albanian exporters. The minister further explains that the government is committed to the fight against informality and that the criteria of cash payments are imposed for the time being. Regarding the customs service for the agricultural products, the Minister of Finance emphasizes that the Customs Administration has received orders to offer a 24-hour service to the exporters, adding that no complaints have been filed so far. The minister concluded his letter stating that every suggestion the vice chairman made was a display of the excellent work of the department he leads. The mayor of Tirana and the president exchanged accusations today concerning the construction of the playground at the lake park. The mayor presented the Skanderberg Square project to the residents of Administrative Unit Number 10 today. During the presentation, he asked the president to maintain his position over the parties, calling on him to participate in the justice reform instead of impeding the construction of the playground. Several minutes after the mayor's statement, the president visited the site where the playground will be constructed at the lake park. He considered the construction to be vandalism and expressed his support to the protesters who are stationed at the site as a sign of protest against the City Hall's project. The mayor expressed his determination to continue with the project for the construction of the playground at the lake. The Albanian French ambassador Bernard Fitoussi attended a conference on the fight against terrorism today. He approved of the religious history and culture inclusion in school programs, declaring it a unique experience. He praised Albania as a country faithful in the fight against terrorism. Albania is vigilant in the fight against terrorism. Sunday was a day of celebration for the Prophet Muhammad. There is no connection between the Muslims who live every day in peace and jihadists who abuse in the name of their faith. Young people are recruited through the internet. Our weapons in the fight against terrorism are cooperation and peaceful exchange. Terrorism can be prevented in the schools, and teaching religion, history, and culture in schools is a unique experience which has France's support, said the ambassador. When asked about France's stance on religious studies, the ambassador said, "Religious study in France does not promote any particular faith and is taught by different professors. It is important that the young people understand the history of a religion and its customs. It helps them better understand the actions of others without prejudice or discrimination. It helps create a healthier society." The Vice Minister of Interior was also present at the conference and declared that Albania is not immune to terrorism, adding that Albanian institutions are drafting plans for their curriculum. Meanwhile, the German ambassador declared that the fight against terrorism is on the agenda of many countries. Of concern to him was the fact that terrorists use modern methods of communication. After a multi-week interruption, the Ad Hoc Commission for Justice Reform will resume work on Friday. The chairman of the Ad Hoc Commission announced the date and expressed his belief that the opposition will attend the meeting. He added that the opposition has understood that the interests of the citizens prevail over the politics interests. The chairman of the Ad Hoc Commission made the statement before the meeting of the Council of Mandates, where the parties agreed to send the mandates of 2 socialist MPs to the Constitutional Court. It seems like an agreement between the parties, but the Democrats do not agree with the procedure the Council of Mandates has chosen. The Democrats say that their request and the decision of the Assembly should be sent to the Constitutional Court and not the personal requests of socialist MPs. Concerning justice reform, the Democrats declared that a final decision will be made on Thursday whether the opposition will join the dialogue. The Democrats have a final condition, the establishment of an inquiry commission on the Ches issue. The Democratic Party considers it unconstitutional to reject setting up this inquiry commission. Parliament will decide tomorrow on the establishment of the inquiry commission after the majority rejected it on Thursday at the Conference of Chairmen. The Minister of Justice declared that minors arrested for non-serious criminal offenses will begin to serve community service time instead of jail time. He added that sentencing the arrested should be the last alternative, as their reintegration is a priority. Imprisoned minors are a bane of society. There are several categories that need to be engaged in public work in order to integrate these minors into society and decrease the burden on municipalities. Alternative solutions are not needed, not isolation. I invite the mayors to cooperate with the penitentiary system in order to reintegrate the prisoners through probation. We do not want their isolation, but rather their rehabilitation and reintegration, said the Minister of Justice. Present at the activity for combining Albanian and English prisoners, the minister mentioned Mayor Fier, who, according to him, is the only mayor who asked for community service for low-risk prisoners. I want to thank the mayor of Fier for this idea to engage certain categories of Fier prisoners in public work. This is a good solution to help the municipality and the community of Fier. I support this idea and invite all mayors to extend this project beyond ideas, he said. The project to combine Albanian and British prison systems hopes that the Albanian prisoners will spend a greater part of their sentence in active life, even within the prison premises. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.